A quad injury just days out from Origin 1 seemed like a disaster for Dylan Edwards, but he now believes it's worked in his favour. Edwards says he'll be better prepared for Game 2 at the MCG with a second camp under his belt before he makes his Blues debut.
The Blues boys back together. For Dylan Edwards, this is take 2 after a heartbreaking injury ruined his chances in Game 1.
I had a couple of days to deal with it, and I was lucky enough to have my family around me too, which was very helpful. But like I said, the boys had a game to prepare for, and there's no point me being too sour.
As soon as Edwards received the results, he knew he was every chance of getting a recall and worked tirelessly to get his body right.
Once I figured out what was going wrong and the time frame I'd be sort of out for, and the steps forward after that, I was pretty clear on what I needed to do.
He believes he's now better prepared for his debut because he had the experience of that first camp.
It sort of just gave me a little bit of an insight into like the preparation and all this sort of stuff, the media and the crowd and the fans. It sort of give you a bit of a taste of what sort of to expect, I think.
Cam Murray is another returning Blue. He missed Game 1 due to a hip injury and only made his club return on Friday night, admitting he didn't think he'd be playing any Origin this year.
Initially, I didn't actually. It was only the last couple of weeks where I sort of started to hone in, my focus and figure out that, it might be possible. So really my preparation was just taking it day by day and preparing as best I could with my rehab and my recovery.
They're all preparing for an unfamiliar hunting ground at the MCG, with only 3 current Blues having played an Origin match there before.
It sort of does throw you off a little bit, if I'm being honest. But I mean, I've never played in front of 100,000 people, so that'll be different. But I can't wait for it. Like, I know the feeling that I had running out here the other day, it was unbelievable. So, and you just want more and more and more of it.
Danica Mason, 9 News.
Spencer Leniu says he and Latrell Mitchell will have each other's backs in Origin 2 after clearing the air over Leniu's Las Vegas racial abuse scandal. Mitchell was highly critical of Leniu, who served an 8-match ban for a slur aimed at Bronco Ezra Mam.
The Blues arrived in their mountain hideaway this afternoon, hoping they're baggage free after Game 1. 7 minutes in, the game was as good as over. The Blues X-Factor forward Spencer Leniu got on the field, and it was mission impossible. But for a rookie, it's still a moment to cherish.
Were you at all overawed by your first experience? You didn't seem to be. You seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't really, you dream about those moments, and yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I was just trying my best to keep my emotions in check when I was out there on the bench, and when I went on, I was just have some fun.
Spencer says he'll build on the experience of his first camp.
Before we had to sort of, build relationships, but all those relationships are built now, and we can just rip into training and not step on each other's toes.
The hangover from Las Vegas when he was banned for 8 games for a racial slur appears to have reached the cure stage. One of his harshest critics, Latrell Mitchell, is now a teammate.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, me and Latrell are all good. They put me aside and spoke to me yesterday, and that just shows how good of a person he is to just pull me aside and let me know that put our differences aside and rip in together. He has my back, I have his, and give it to some Queenslanders. Gave me a lot of confidence and sort of relief. That we're all good.
So if they come after Latrell on the field, what do?
Yeah, anyone who I run alongside, as soon as I cross this white line, if you're beside me, I'll protect you until we finish, and Latrell's going to be beside me when we run past that white line, and I'll have his back.
In the Blue Mountains,
Danny Weidler, 9 News.
Reece Walsh has revealed Joseph Swiley reached out to him in the aftermath of that Game 1 tackle, which knocked the Queensland fullback out and led to a 4-game ban for the Rooster.
He sent me a nice message, and I sent him a nice one too back as well. So at the end of the day, you want to go out there and you want to represent your state with pride, and you want to do whatever you can for your team, and things happen.
Queensland trained in front of 6,000 fans in Toowoomba today before relocating to their Gold Coast base.